Hi, geometers. It is review day for Unit 1 for the big test for the unit. So first things first, the test is going to be maybe 50, 60% the algebraic type questions that you're seeing here. The rest will be constructions. So know that it is kind of construction heavy. With that being said, there's a review packet that's just on like algebraic stuff. So that's these first few pages. But then there's a second review packet back here that's just constructions practice. Please make sure that you complete both of these. And you'll also be submitting those to Google Classroom before the test, right? I'm going to go through some of the questions on the algebraic piece of it. And then we'll probably take questions on the constructions in class. So the one that I would like to do with you, or the ones, I would like to start with number 4. So if you flip on over, number 4 here says the vertex angle of an isosceles triangle is 15 degrees more than one of its base angles. How many degrees are in the base angle of the triangle? The reason I wanted to look at this one is there's a lot of vocab going on with this question. So the fact that you have an isosceles triangle, right, means that I have two congruent sides. It doesn't matter which two, but that's just typically how we draw it. The base angles are the ones across from the congruent sides. So here and here. That top angle is referred to as the vertex of the triangle, the one that's not congruent to the two bases. So when it says that the vertex angle measures 15 degrees more than one of the base angles, well, the base angles are the same. And then 15 degrees more would be x plus 15 up top. So how many degrees are there in one of the base angles? Well, you can use the idea that those three angles in the triangle add up to 180 degrees, and then you should be able to answer it from here. So when it asks for one of the base angles, it's simply just going to be that value of x. Number 5, I want to get started on this one. It says in the diagram you have triangle ABC and side BC is extended to D. So the fact that you know it's a straight line means that this is an exterior angle out here. And we know something about exterior angles when you relate them to the remote interior angles. So angle A is x squared minus 6x. I'm going to label that. Angle B is 2x minus 3. And then angle ACD is 9x plus 27. And then it's asking you for the value of x. So the exterior angle theorem is that the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the remote interior angles, which are the two that are not adjacent to the exterior angle. So what that means is if we take the sum of these two angles here, it should be equal to that guy. So let's set that equation up. So it should be x squared minus 6x plus 2x minus 3 equals 9x plus 27. That's the setup here. Because you have x squared and other x's, you are going to have to be able to get everything equal to 0 so that you can factor it. That's the goal for a question like this. So I like to keep the x squared positive, which means I'm going to move the 9x over and I'm going to subtract the 27 over. So I'm kind of multitasking here because first things first, minus 6 and plus 2 gives me minus 4x. And then subtract another 9, that's going to give me minus 13. So I should have x squared minus 13x. And then right here, that would give me minus 30. Okay. So you should be able, oops, got a lot of papers here. You should be able to then factor this. So you're thinking what adds to this, what multiplies to that, and then keep going. If you need more help with that particular one, let me know. Otherwise, you should be able to finish it from here. And then just don't forget, this one's simply just asking for what the value of x is at the end. And keep in mind, think about what x values you can keep, what x values you can't keep. So you may have one answer, you may have two answers. You have to double check. There's one or two others that I wanted to get you started on. And that was if we jump, where the heck was it? All the way back to number 15. So number 15, there's not a lot of algebraic work here, but I just wanted to talk about the concept. So when it says determine the shortest side of triangle ADE, you're focusing on this little triangle down here. The rule, the shortest side should be opposite the smallest angle. So opposite the smallest angle. So that means we need to know what are all the angles in the triangle. So there's a couple things. The fact that you have the extra angle here and here means that we can use these two angles together, and the fact that they add up to 180. So if we do 180 minus 116, where's my calculator? Here we go. So 180 minus 116, that's going to leave us with 64. So this angle's 64. You can play the same game over here. So 180 minus 123, that'll leave us with 57 right next to it. Right? And then you can use the fact that they add up to 180 within this triangle right here to find that last angle. Or you could have used the fact that you have the big triangle here and worked with it from there, right? So a lot of ways to be able to do this. But, excuse me, 64 plus 57 together gives us 121. And then 180 minus 121 would leave us with 59. So you really need to know all three angles before you can adequately answer the question. Now you know exactly which one is the smallest angle. So that's going to be 57 over here. So then the shortest side should be the side across from that, which is side AD. Now, when it says justify your answer, a justification is just the work that you have. If there was no work to show, then you would have a written explanation. Otherwise, if the question says explain your answer, explain means I want to see actual written word. So a sentence, or even if it's just a bullet, something there you write out the actual answer. I think that was the last one that I had circled to go over. Yep, before you hit all the constructions. So the post-video question is actually me wanting to know what other questions would you like to go over? If it's something from the construction packet, you have to say construction packet number 3 or something like that, or construction packet 5. Otherwise, if you just say number 13, I'm going to assume you're talking about the first review question or review packet. Thanks, guys. I would say at a bare minimum, you should have at least one question to ask, but you can ask as many as you want that you would like to go over in class. Make sure to list those for me as your post-video question answers. Thank you.